know who it is, your boy Kiss.
This is God Shammgod, you know who it is.
Let's talk about the finals.
And it's time for New York to get back on the map. Because, you know, when we was growing up, New York was number one in everything.
When New York basketball is relevant, it elevates the city. This is Fam Meyer presents Check It Up, God Shammgod, Kiss. And, you know, he's a legend, I'm a legend, and we like talking about sports. He's currently assistant coach for the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm currently top 5 dead or alive for the New Yorkians.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a family thing. You know, me and Kiss go way back since teenagers to now. So this is just a thing we've been talking about, you know, for years to come. And we get to do it with our brother Jamel on Fam Meyer. So this is just gonna be a great thing for New York City and for people that watch us grew up, and the people that looked up to us and the people that we admire and they admire us at the same time.
Sports, and is also me and Shamm are entering the tech world. So that's what this whole thing is really even about. But we don't get to talk sports or basketball, excuse me, with each other, mainly over the phone. So now y'all get a chance to hear us ventilate, debate, trade. He's more expert than me, but I'm sort of an expert. You know what I mean?
Kid's definitely an expert. You know, we grew up, we both had love for basketball. You know, that's how it started. That's how we grew up, you know,
he had
knowing
a
each
different
other.
Love, though.
I had a different love, and he had a different love for rap. And, you know, we both had a love for culture, period. And that's how this thing come about, you know, being a part of the culture, being drenched in the culture, being trendsetters, you know, in our own way, you know, for people before us and after us, and just learning and being fellow New Yorkers. And this is a great time for New York because they're in the finals. So, and he's a big
was great. I was
New
ready.
York guy.
Let's talk about the finals. Let's just get right into the finals. It feels good because I get to see my NBA friends, players, and coaches, and a lot of them are really now giving the Knicks their flowers. Some of them see the light. You know what I mean? Shout out to T-Mac, the OBL. I was down there, Tim Hardaway Sr. He like, yo, OG come back healthy, y'all could beat anybody. I'm like, this is you, Nick Hater? I can't believe this is coming from Tim Hardaway. But yeah, then a few people.
And for me, it's bittersweet because I worked with Sean Sweeney for so long in Dallas, and then I coached JB for 4 years in Dallas. And, you know, Sean Sweeney's assistant coach with the Spurs. And of course, JB is the star of the New York Knicks. So, I'm pulled in two different directions. But, of course, I'm going to root for JB and I'm rooting for Sean Sweeney. So may the best team win. But, it's one extra point because I'm from New York. So I've never got to see New York win a championship. So that would be an amazing feeling too for the city I came from.
Game 2 tonight.
And then I gotta listen to Kiss and everybody else from New York, for the rest of my life if they pull this off.
Predictions is it's crazy because I was giving them a gentleman sweep. But I'm hearing people saying, y'all win game 2. They cooked.
Nah, that's true. Win game 2.
I don't even want to talk about pulling the broom out because that's like jumping. We our expectations are over exceeding themselves. We just want to win the chip. However, not with too, healthy and happily. We just want to win the chip. If we keep playing like we playing right now.
The problem is you come back to the Garden 2-0, it get ugly. Because the fans gonna go out there and play for y'all. So, we got the craziest fans ever and we got the fans that know basketball and the fans that just love basketball, from growing up in street basketball to professional basketball to watching rappers play basketball like yourself and other players. Like, New York is just a basketball city. So, man, tonight is the night, and New York is going to be on fire.
Fire is an understatement. It's like New York versus the world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gunning for New York. When we bad, they love it. And when we good, it crushes their soul to have to know, you know what I mean?
And it's time for New York to get back on the map, because, when we was growing up, New York was number one in everything: fashion, basketball, music, everything. And then, once social media and all this stuff hit, then everybody saw what we was doing, and then, everybody started picking up faster. So this would be a great thing for the city, great thing for the culture, and great thing for the best arena in the world, which is Madison Square Garden. Like, nobody could deny that. I don't care who you work for in this business. Madison Square Garden is Madison Square Garden.
There's no other. I've probably been to every arena. But the Garden is different, man. The playoffs. I can't wait to attend one of these finals games, or a few of them. But we're going to need more armed forces. They're going to have to bring in something. Yeah. They're going to have to send some from D.C. They're going to have to send some of the White House security. They're going to have to. We're going to need extra forces.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be happy for them, because, next year the Pelicans is coming. So, we'll spin the block. As we say in New York, we'll spin the block.
I like the
and
Pelicans,
get ready.
Though. I got a couple of young warriors that I like on the Pelicans. Fears.
Yeah.
Fears is a dog.
Yeah, we got Fears, Zion.
The whole Fears family.
Yeah.
Zion you got to get him right.
Javonte Murray, baby boy.
Murray.
Healthy. So we gonna be good, but right now is the Knicks time.
I got somebody else I like over there.
Trey
Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
I got somebody else. I got shit.
You all right?
Y'all doing shit.
You working?
Y'all doing things.
You working?
Y'all doing things. Pardon. Y'all doing things.
But I know the whole focus now is on these New York Knicks.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
We looking. I pray every night to keep everything how it is, because one little thing could trick the whole thing up. So let's just stay.
Y'all had some scares. Y'all had scares last game with JB like 2 or 3 times.
Brunson is an avenger.
Okay.
There's nothing gonna stop him from playing right now. He went to the back. They shot him with the. I don't know how to say that word, but it's the same thing that they shoot Wolverine with. They hit Brunson with that. He came back, and you saw what he did in the second half.
He just healed up nice.
Yeah, big cornet chilled on his ankle for about 60 seconds, but that's a 7'1" human being on that man's ankle like that.
I know y'all got the whole David against Goliath thing right now.
It's beautiful.
So
beautiful marketing. It's the first time here that the teams that faced each other in Dubai, the Emirates, thing are in the actual championship. So that's fire.
Yeah,
and it's even more fire for New York to win both of them.
That would be crazy right there. That would be crazy.
And it's kind of lining up, because we just put the banner they gave us for the cup. We gave that to the concession stand lady that cleans the concession stands. We didn't even hang that joint up. We just gave that out. You know what I mean? It was nothing. We coming for the real deal. A championship would mean everything to New York City. New York City is a place that needs specific moments to boost the morale. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what percentage. I don't know the analytics on the numbers of basketball fans, but in New York, when it can be any sport, if we making it far in that sport, everybody just jumps on the bandwagon. Grandmothers, all type of ethnic backgrounds, people that speak English, that don't, you just turn into that New York, you root for New York. So if the Knicks are able to bring a championship to the city, sales are gonna go up in diners, gas stations, sneaker stores, the vendors on the side of the street, the dirty hot dogs, everything goes up with the city. The energy's better, the day parties are better, the smoothies are better, the fruits are riper. That's just what happens when New York is in a good space. It's just good. I mean, the shopping is better, the clothes feel better, everything. The sun is shining more.
Yeah. I mean, for me, playing basketball and growing up in New York and even being an opposing coach and player, stuff like that, winning a championship in New York would mean everything, like Kiss just said, to the culture, to the families. You know, when you win in New York, everything is better.
Everybody won.
Yeah, everything is better.
You feel like you won.
Yeah, everything is better. Even for the NBA, everything is better. Even for the economy, everything is better.
Facts.
When you win in New York, it just take on a different tone and a different life of its own. You know, when you win in New York, we got so many places, so many people in so many other places and other states. So, like I said, and New York is, I want to say, and this in a great way, New York is the bottom. So when you come out of New York a winner, this is just like when you go places, they say you survive New York, you can survive anywhere. When you come out of New York a winner, it's just a different type of atmosphere. It just hit totally different.
Facts. New York for life, baby.
Man, how many years it been for New York? Like 50?
Since they won the chip,
Yeah.
that's Governor Bill Bradley and them. It's the last time.
Man, we living in a crazy. We
the
live in a
last time
crazy
the
time
Knicks
zone.
won the chip was like 10 presidents ago.
But we living in a crazy time. We done had a black president, faced the pandemic, and now hopefully the Knicks.
History is a
Ooh.
lot. The stars of history are aligning themselves properly.
Man, we gonna be in them history books that, you know how when people talk about, remember that time back then?
It's one of those.
We gonna be a part of all that.
For our kids, it's gonna be
Yes.
like Governor Bill. Hopefully not though. We got a nice team that we can, you know what I mean? We ain't going. Let's not just win one and then write us off.
Oh,
We here, baby.
You want to keep going? That's what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
Know what I mean? Just at least want to stay relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be relevant.
Nah, definitely gonna stay relevant.
When New York basketball is relevant, it makes the city, it elevates the city. You know what I mean? Like
Man.
we talked about, the Garden is electric.
Yeah.
Outside is electric for blocks. There's no
I
other
know.
arena. I mean, I've been to a few that outside is crazy. I ain't going to say no names right now. But
Nah, New York is
New
crazy.
York, before the game, after the game, you can walk blocks left and right that's still celebrating, rejoicing. You might go down the wrong block and you can't even get to your car or the garage. You know what I mean? So
And it's crazy because you got fellow New Yorkers playing in the game on the Knicks side and San Antonio side. Like
Yeah.
Shamm Petty.
Yeah.
You know, you got
Castle,
Alvarado. You know what I'm saying? So for them to just even be in the game, that's probably was every kid's dream for us growing up. Being in New York Knicks and being in the championship conference finals, growing up, like that feeling right there for them.
That's the top
for
of
them,
the bucket list.
That gotta be the top of the top.
You know why? Because that's people's dreams that don't even play basketball.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? That's like a...
So for them, that gotta be like unsurreal moment for them. You know, for everybody that's participating that's from New York. Period.
Oh no, we left out your other... Did you say him? What's the...
For Alvarado?
Oh, Queen, nah. Queen is my family, man. Shout out to his Uncle Tay.
Yeah,
Derek Queen, man.
Oh, that's my man.
Yeah.
We just worked out this week.
Oh,
that's
word?
my man.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You got it. You working them, no doubt. I like that.
Yeah, Queen gonna be nice.
He's a dog,
he nice.
man.
Nah, he is. He's nice.
He's a dog.
He funny too, man. But he
Got
good
that
kid.
Maryland, he got that Baltimore
you
in
know,
him, man.
he got that 9-5 in him.
Yeah.
that I-95 in him. So, you know. How do it feel for you to be a longtime Knicks fan, just to be there and be seen on TV and be a part of the Knicks environment? Not just a Knicks fan, but you like indulged in the Knicks locker
Community.
room atmosphere.
It's a beautiful thing. The being on TV part is cool. You know, people, your phone is going off, you're interrupting you. But I'm really into the game.
No doubt. Yeah.
One of my friends, Eric, is like, yo, Kiss, I be watching the game. You know, it's celebrity row, it's mad actors and athletes and people there and this, that, and everybody's in the back and Mr. Dolan Suite. But they be back there taking pictures and congregating. I'm going back to my seat when they catch the second half. They like, yo, you'd be the first one, because I want to see the game. Because
that's why I said the TV part, because like I'm watching it and I see you in Philly.
Yeah.
And you know, Philly is hard to be there and be a Knicks fan and be in the crowd. Yeah. And you in the crowd going crazy. And I'm like, look at my boy.
That was
Kiss
Philly.
in there.
Philly got some tough fans.
Yes.
But we had a lot of New Yorkers was there, so it was good. They put us like in the same. We was all right behind the bench. They kind of like put all the New Yorkers together, but it was it was one lady from Philly that was there in the middle. Somehow she caught the wrong seat, and she got up and said, I can't take this, and left. Too much New York, I'm out. She got up and left, so I thought that was ill. But you know, New York, we gonna go wherever it's at. You know what I mean? When it was after we won the Eastern Conference Finals and we was still waiting to see if we was gonna play OKC or San Antonio, people was already looking up flights to both places, looking at where the restaurant is at, and I said, "This is crazy. New York is going to Mars. If the chip is in Mars, New Yorkers is going."
One thing about New York, they fans scare a lot of people, because even when I was in Orlando, no matter where you go, they be like, "Man, New York fans be coming in, taking over the arenas."
That's why they don't like us. That's
so,
part of the.
So
that's
just
part
when
of the
I see
hate.
it, we
go everywhere and act like we took it. We taking it over when we get there. So they don't like that.
Y'all in other arenas yelling MVP for JB.
That's what you got to do, man. You got to boost the morale. You know what I mean? It makes the. I'm sure it gives that kinetic energy to the players. One rule in the NBA, we can change it.
I would say being physical right from the beginning. And I would say we got to get back to position basketball. I would say, just in basketball, period. Because, like, people complain about turnovers, people complain about people not rebounding and different things. That's because everything is positionless basketball. And when I think when James Naismith made basketball, he made it to be positioned, not to be positionless. So, like, when you talk about turnovers, that's because you have a small forward playing point guard, right? So then that's why it's turnovers, right? So you can't complain about turnovers. You can't complain about somebody 6'10" and having one rebound when you want them to shoot threes, right? So it's like when you get back to position basketball, I think it'll be better. If you look at the Knicks, right? Perfect example. For me, they're one of the teams that play position basketball, right? JB's a point guard, OG's 3, 2. And now when they changed Cat to be a hub, he's playing more of a big man role and not more of shooting threes, right? So if you look at the way the Knicks is going through the playoffs, is because I believe they're playing position basketball and not positionless basketball. If you look at the way they play now, they play more of a 90s style than the 2000 style, right? Even Cat is known for shooting a lot of threes, being away from the basket.
He ain't playing like that
But when
right
you
now.
see the run they on now, he's doing more passing, playing more by the rim, shooting less threes, and he's even defending better, like a big, and he's being physical, right? So that's what I would change. And the only way you could do that if you play zones and different stuff, because when you grow up, zones teach you how to play basketball. Like the point guard got to be a point guard, shooting guard got to be a shooting guard, center got to be a center.
Talk to him,
So it's like, for me, they should add that more in the NBA to get people to play how, I know they say, oh, well, things change, different things change. Basketball hasn't changed. The people change. You know what I'm saying? AI was 6'1" in college, scoring 30. He came to the NBA, he was 6'1", scoring 30. If you're a master at your craft, you're going to be a master at your craft, right? So, it's great. Wemby does amazing things, right? But what are we complaining about now? Wemby shooting 9 threes and not being by the basket, right? That's because of positionless basketball. The games where he played against OKC, not to give him any more confidence because, like I said, I'm with New York.
Watch what you say now, Shamm.
The games he played against OKC, the games they won, he was inside. He shot less threes. The games they lost, he shot more jumpers than was inside.
And that was because Chet was slimmer and smaller.
Yeah.
And he can move him around, and he can't do that to our bigs.
Yes, because they have big, real bigs.
Einstein's not much of a scorer, and Chet was too light in the ass.
And they have real bigs like
I'm gonna give it
Cat.
to you the hood first.
And then they got my man coming off the bench. What makes him so great?
And Chet is my man. When he get a little strong,
Yeah.
see, I need a strength and conditioning job. I'm here to help these guys get their weight up a little, not too much, but just where they can't just push you all the way out.
But that's what makes the Knicks different, right? They got bigs that come off the bench. What makes him great, right? He offensive rebound his ass off, right? That's a big man trait. There ain't too many people. He's probably the best offensive rebounder in the NBA, right? So nobody don't worry about him missing free throws or anything else. As long as he's getting there, he's doing his job.
That goes back to what you just said.
Yeah.
Position basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't listening. I wouldn't even caught that example right there.
How do you feel about Jalen Brunson being the point guard? Because I remember when he first left Dallas, a lot of people was questioning him, right? And I remember I had did an article for the Daily News, and they was asking me about JB, and I was just like, I said, well, I don't know how the Knicks going to be, but I was like, JB's going to be fine because JB's always, he's never high, he's never low, he's always even killing. He's a great leader, right? And, sometimes when you go into like the drafts and stuff, a lot of analytic stuff come in play. And, they question like height, speed, stuff like that. And for him to fall to the second round when he won 2 national championships, was the National Player of the Year, a lot of people doubted him. And I remember when me and him was talking one day, and I was telling him, I was like, man, for you to be the point guard in New York, it'd be perfect because you're steady. Now, of course, I couldn't foresee him doing all this, but I knew he would be fine because he had a great work ethic. He loved basketball, and he's just a pure-hearted person. And, and he worked hard all the time. And he's just a great leader by example and by vocal, by talking. So I know, like, when he came here, a lot of news outlet was like, man, they're going to do this with JB. They paying all this money. So for you to see him coming from the underdog to the top dog.
For one, you got to shout out Leon Rose and Uncle Wes for seeing the vision. For me, I just told you I'm a real basketball fan. So I was watching them come in for Luka and kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really kill. I was even, I was putting myself in personnel mode saying, what is Dallas gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, Luka is Luka. So JB was able to go. And once we was able to get him, I'm like, hell yeah. This is what we need. He needs some help and some pieces.
Yeah.
But I was, we usually, some with Knicks and point guards, We get him and ship him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So once we got him, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Then he was able to get some of his Villanova brothers with him, Devo.
Yeah.
Then we got Hart. They showed you when he was somewhere in a movie theater or something when they hit his phone and he started running around the mall. Oh shit, we got y'all. He even cursed. I didn't even think Jalen Brunson ever said a curse word. He said, "Oh shit, we got Josh." He was running around. So he's like a good good person. And we always get crazy people on it, you know. I love them all, but we sometimes we know their games is right, but sometimes we get them players that the city devours their they can devour them.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
And we happen to catch a group of guys this time that not saying they don't like to have fun, but
no doubt.
they like,
no doubt.
you know what I mean, work first guys and
you
know what I mean, they might just want to go have a couple lattes or something. Have some
Yeah.
wings or something. You're not,
They steady
you're not-
people.
Yeah, you know, where we have no off the court worries about these guys we got. You know what I mean? Maybe Mitch might slap somebody for touching his truck. But other than that, we got a good group of guys. Mike Brown came in with a lot of pressure. But
Mike Brown's good. Like, people don't know when I got
if
drafted.
you know about basketball,
when I got drafted, Mike Brown was my coach,
Yeah.
my fourth assistant. Like,
you got all these connections there, everything going on with the chip. That's why we gonna win.
Yeah, Mike Brown was my coach, and he another one. He just even killed. He just all about the work. You know, he don't make it about him, so that's a good thing. You know, shout out to my boy Rick Brunson for doing an amazing
Seen
job.
Rick the other day. Shout out to
Doing
Rick.
an amazing job with his son, you know, from day one. And he's always been that way, even when his son was in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He's always been on him about hard work and dedication. And now, hopefully the kids that's going to watch this podcast and other people see that, you know, you don't have to be the biggest, the strongest. You don't always have to be ranked number one in the country for you to be the best player one day. And shows that hard work and determination is everything. It beats all the analytics and all that stuff. And, you know, for us, me for myself, and, you know, speaking for you from seeing you your whole life, is like we both come from that same cloth. Like where JB come from, like the underdog, and no matter what happened in our life, we just keep pushing to get and strive for greatness. So, you know, that's a big thing. And
Builds character.
Yeah, and I'm just happy to be doing this podcast with my brother, you know what I'm saying, also my friend, family, you know, and for New York City to see where we both came from. Everybody going to cheer for us, you know, because they know our story personally. This ain't nothing made up. This is your favorite basketball player, favorite player, your favorite rapper. So y'all need to, you know, keep checking us out. We got a lot coming this season.
Summer League.
Yes. Summer League. Be the head coach, you know, first time. So I want everybody to make sure they check it out. And then right after Summer League, I'm going to be talking about the experience of being the head coach, you know, of a Summer League team, you know, because everybody think it's easy. You know, the fans think it's easy just like they think it's easy for the players. You know, but in those moments, you know, making decisions and different things at those moments, everybody have nerves, even players that play today, even when I play games, you have nerves. And, you know, once you start the game, but once the game starts, then the nerves go away. But, you know, I just want to hear people feedback, you know, when we do Summer League, you know, what they think. And, you know, and I always want to be critiqued so I can always get better. You know?
Doubt.
And one thing about New York, I don't have to worry about not getting better, because they definitely gonna critique if you're not doing your thing.
Man, we from the land of until you prove yourself.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna doubt you to the utmost.
Yes, sir.
But then when you prove yourself, they gonna love you.
Yeah.
Unconditionally.
Yeah. So, you know, we're gonna keep proving ourselves every day. You know, and wait till we bring this tech thing. Then we really gonna blow your mind. So, you know, two kids from the hood. That's going to
entering the tech world, and we about to dominate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Show them New York City people could do anything.